The following introduction has been paid for by the Dat Feelin Podcast Network. The following introduction has been paid for by the Dat Feelin Podcast Network. This is No Gimmicks Podcast. This is No Gimmicks Podcast. Hosted by Frank D and Black Mess. This is the No Gimmicks Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to the No Gimmicks Podcast here on the DFPN, hosted by Black Mac and Frank D. Listen, tonight we're going to be 100% real, as we always are, 100% of the time, as we always are. What you see on my shoulder, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah, what you see on my shoulders, ladies and gentlemen, is the #1 championship in sports entertainment, and that is the WWF Championship.
Go ahead. Get your shit out the way. Go ahead, get your shit off.
Hey,
get your shit off. Go ahead.
Hey, it's the WWF Championship. It's the most important championship in all of sports entertainment. The lineage of this championship goes all the way back to Nature Boy Buddy Rogers, Bruno Sammartino, Hulk Hogan, Randy Savage, Bret the Hitman Hart, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Shawn Michaels. The list goes on and on. And there you have right there with the Black Mac, the Universal Championship that started off as a red fruit roll-up looking belt.
Yeah, get your shit off. Get your shit off.
Oh,
go ahead.
And by the way, since we're getting our shit off tonight, I'm drinking the Stone Cold Steve Austin IPA while we're doing the show here.
Yeah, I hope it tastes great. I hope it's everything you need it to be. Because, ladies and gentlemen,
it tastes just like Texas, boy.
Yep, dry and full of ass. But
oh no, it was just storming outside. You can't say that.
No, it ain't.
It was just storming outside, so you can't say that.
No, it ain't. It's only in your part. But what you looking at on this shoulder, ladies and gentlemen, forget what he's got on his shoulder. Forget what he's got on his shit. Because what you're looking at is the most relevant title belt in the WWE today. This belt is keeping the company afloat, ladies and gentlemen. It is holding the electricity together. It is on our tribal chief, and he is single-handedly bringing the business back to where it needs to be, in the prominence of the people's eyes, the greatest heel in the business today. What's on his shoulder? Just a belt for has-beens, people that still at these local Comic Cons doing signings and, losing hair and looking like orange peels and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the belt that he is holding. Lineage aside, it's full of has-beens. This belt,
really full of has-beens. The championship belts of the most popular time in the history of the business. The Attitude Era. You can't tell me that right now, current day WWE, with that thing you have on your shoulders, you can't tell me that right there is better than this, because that would be full of shit. Hey, but you know something? You are in California, so you might be full of shit.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. We'll get to you in a minute about California when we get to our AEW segment. We'll get to you. Don't worry.
Right.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. But we digress. Before we get into the show, we got a good show for y'all tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Again, welcome to the No Gimmicks podcast. Let's get into the sponsors tonight. So shout out to the plugs. Get the plugs. Go to www.gettheplugs.com. Enter in code DFPN10 for a 10% discount. Also, shout out to Audio Swim and Premier Element UAE. Subscribe to our Bandcamp. We got a lot of good music out there. MRK Mondays, every Monday, a new track until he decides he don't want to do the shit no more. So go to www.bandcamp.com, search for Dat Feeling, or you can just go to datfeeling.bandcamp.com. This show will be available in its entirety on Patreon, video form and audio form. So make sure you go there with no interruptions, no ads. You don't have to hear me yapping about all these great services that we provide. Go there.
Yeah.
And you
Great. Look at here.
Hold on.
Check it out.
Done. We got one more. We got one more.
Go ahead, because I got to get in your ass about something.
Go ahead. I know where you're going.
Go ahead.
I know where you're going. I know where you're going.
All right.
Also,
so here's the thing. Yeah, go ahead.
Hold on.
Sell your merch. That's right.
Available in spring. No Gimmick line just dropped. Go cop it. Now, get in my ass. Pause.
Yeah. See, here's the bottom line. Okay, baby. When I'm doing the Dusty Rhodes skit, I don't need to hear you pop in podcast. I'm like, you just fucking fucked up the whole skit. If you were at the WWE, they would have fired your ass.
You know what you do? You take your ass over to the Patreon, and you don't have to hear me interrupt the skit. Take your monkey ass over to the Patreon.
You're up here
you don't
fucking
have to worry about me dancing all in the videos.
Yeah, because that's exactly what you're doing. You're the fucking executive fucking producer that want to be tap dancing and all the fucking video all over my shit. You know what I mean?
I did that purposely, by the way.
I bet you did.
Take your ass to the Patreon. Go to the Patreon. You don't have to hear this shit.
Yeah, it was a bunch of bullshit.
You don't want me in the ads? Go to Patreon. It's simple and plain. Plus, you get a lot of cool shit. You can win money. You know what I'm saying? You can win gift cards. You can win all kind of shit. Just go to Patreon. Now you get the shit ad free. You don't even have to worry about it. Go to Patreon.
Okay. So hey, little jabroni, Universal Champ. Okay. Now that we got the people, all right, who's ever on here right now live with us?
You will acknowledge me.
Are you ready to start? Hey, I am acknowledging you. I'm acknowledging you as a champion of one of the worst periods ever in the WWE. Absolutely.
Oh my God. Here we go. It's going to be a long show, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a long show.
Hey, man, listen, you started this war.
But anyway, so let's get into the show.
Right.
This was a really big week for wrestling, man. We had a lot of shit go down. Crowds are back. That started with AEW Dynamite, and then it kicked off to last night. So let's start there. So we had our first AEW Dynamite show in front of a live crowd. They left Jacksonville and ended up in Austin, Texas, where you were.
Incorrect.
At the HCB Center.
Incorrect.
You were in the building.
Well, yeah, I know, but incorrect. I gotta, because we like to keep it 1,000 here on this podcast.
My God!
So AEW had their first show out of Jacksonville. I believe they were in Miami last week before they came to Austin.
You're right.
Other than that, correct, sir. Frank D was there live with the wife. We were second row, ringside, watching the festivities. And I have to say, right now, I've been to so many wrestling shows in my lifetime. That show last Wednesday, AEW Dynamite, was probably the best fucking show I've ever been to live. It was off the chain, fun, all night long. Wrestlers out there working hard. It was really a good experience, and I cannot wait for AEW to come back Hopefully they come here to San Antonio. If not, I will definitely take the drive back to Austin Cedar Park and go see them again because it was a lot of fun.
Really, that's saying a lot. And they did. So what I didn't know is that they did all 3 shows in one night. So they started with Dark Elevation, right?
No, they started with AEW Dark first.
Dark. Okay.
Dark was first, and we saw some great matches. They're actually right now on the YouTube channel. They just premiered tonight, so if you want to go over to AEW's YouTube channel, you can actually check out Dark. And then after that, Tony Khan, Justin Roberts came out, and then I believe it was Jim Ross, Tony Schiavone, and Excalibur came out, and then Tony Khan came out. Tony Khan, thanked us for being there, saying it was great to have fans back and to see us and all that, and he promised us this was going to be the best episode of Dynamite by far. He guaranteed that was going to happen. So he actually said, and after that show, he said, hope you guys stick around. We got another show after this one. Dark Elevation, you're going to see the stars that, you paid to see. And, man, let me tell you, it was unbelievable. Everybody was over on that show. I saw some guys on there that I'd never seen before that I was impressed with. A couple in particular, Dante and Martin. Saw him. I saw, I forgot the guy's name, but he goes by the Captain. Is his name? That was another black guy I saw. He was really good. Fucking the Varsity Blondes, the Acclaimed.
Wow.
You really get to see. Jungle Boy gets a lot of shit for whatever reason, but you really got to see how over Jungle Boy really is. When the music came on and we're singing this, singing Tarzan Boy, you really get to see just how over this guy is. Okay. Darby Allin's another one that's killing it.
Massively over. Yeah. He's
killing
over.
it. Yes. Over. Hangman Page. Killing it. Ricky Starks. Surprisingly, that dude was supposed to be in that match. He was supposed to be coming in as the heel. Brian Cage was supposed to be the face.
Yep.
They switched roles because the fans were so behind Ricky Starks winning that match. Unbelievable right there. Another guy that really impressed me, seeing him in person, was Lance Archer. He completely killed this fucking guy he was in the ring with. Another guy to look forward to for big things in the future for him is Powerhouse Hobbs.
Oh yeah.
I'm real high on Powerhouse Hobbs. That dude is a fucking future world champion, no doubt. He has the looks, he has the whole psychology of it down. It was unbelievable. And then Malachi Black, the Malachi Black Cody segment. What's kind of funny about that segment is that it's pitch black on TV, but when you're there, I saw them.
See it.
Yeah,
you can see it.
Yeah. So, because a lot of people were asking, because I posted that video on my YouTube channel, and somebody was like, he's like, I don't want to be rude, man, but I gotta know, like, where the fuck was he? He was on the ring, but he did it so quick. He did it so quick. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I saw him right in front of me. I'm like, what the hell? Because it's like I say, on TV, it's pitch black on TV. It doesn't come off that way when you're there in the arena. So it was a good experience. Another 2 guys I'm gonna mention right now. Well, actually, a couple guys that are actually pretty over. Penta over like a motherfucker.
Yep.
All you heard all night was Sienna, Miedo. All fucking night long. That's all you heard. Eddie Kingston, another one. Over like Rover. You feel me?
Wow.
Big time over. John Moxley, over. Okay? The Elite, like it or not, over.
Over. Yep.
So everybody got a reaction. Luther got a reaction. There's a female on the roster who, after seeing her work, I'm very high on.
Who's
and
that?
I'm thinking to myself, I'm about to tell you. I'm thinking to myself, they need to bring her to the Dynamite TV show and give her a storyline. That is a girl named Abaddon. She is the living dead girl. I've seen her before, but I really got to look at her the other night at the show. Dude, you talk about Alexa Bliss with this bullshit that she's doing on Raw, this girl would throw her out. No comparison. Abaddon would eat her alive. Period.
Yep.
So they got to bring these people to TV. They got to take away certain other people that they're not using, put their asses on dark. Abaddon, I can see a stable with Abaddon and Malachi Black.
Ooh,
I can see that.
That would be money.
I can see that.
Be money. Now, so you're speaking about all these people that you're high on. So do you think, like, is there a problem with certain? Because Abaddon, they had her on AEW before. They had her on Dynamite before, but I don't think it translated as well when they did it. So should they reattack it and put her in a credible storyline, or what?
Give her a story. They put her on Dynamite in a match, but they had no story about it. Give this girl, build her up for a few weeks, do some vignettes like they used to do, and basically put on the screen, Abaddon is coming. Abaddon is coming. Abaddon is coming. Who is Abaddon? Where does she come from? What's the gimmick about? That's all you got to do. And the story tells itself. Same thing with Malachi Black. I listened to Jim Cornette the other day, and Jim Cornette said something, he said one of the best things I've heard him say. He says that people were telling him that, Malachi Black released all these videos before his debut. Well, Jim Cornette was like, why don't they gather all these videos and put that show on the show to explain who he is, to give him a backstory here. So, I mean, that's crazy. It's the old thing. When they would bring somebody in, it's all about cutting the promo or doing a vignette. Do some vignettes with Abaddon. It's nothing. Go to a cemetery or something and cut some shit, or put her in a room, put her green screen on or whatever. Do something with Abaddon. That girl is money if they do it correctly.
Right.
Because people right now, people are into supernatural gimmicks. If you look at Impact Wrestling, you got Rosemary. So people are into those supernatural gimmicks right now. And I think Abaddon would blow fucking Alexa Bliss out the water.
Oh yeah,
because the girl, Abaddon,
she's legit terrifying.
Yeah, Abaddon looks the part.
Yeah, she is legit terrifying. So
yeah,
I get that. So overall, what would you rate Dynamite on a 5-star scale? What would you rate it?
Oh, I give it's a 5.
That sounds something.
It was good. I say it the entire time, dude. Nobody left. No one left.
Wow.
You had maybe a couple. You probably had maybe, I would say, dare say maybe 20, 30 people tops that might have left the show, but people stayed, and they also did a great thing. AEW did for the Boys and Girls Club. They had them come to the show, and they had them really good seats there. Mark Henry came on and talked about them. I think it was the Boys and Girls Club of Austin, is what it was. And they had the little kids sitting there, and they brought them to the show, and the kids got an ovation. AEW is more of a, I would say, much more family friendly type of company. I would say it like that. I mean, it's very different than I would say WWE. I think WWE does it just for the philanthropy part of it, and that's the reason why they
PR.
Do it. Exactly, they do something. AEW does the shit because I think AEW actually cares. So that's what I got from them the other night. It's completely different. Like I said, man, completely different vibes, completely night and day from a WWE show versus AEW show. AEW guys, they're out there having fun. The referees are out there having fun with Justin Roberts. Tony Schiavone, saw him. I'm a big Tony Schiavone fan. Saw him the other night. He was having fun out there as well.
Sting.
Saw
How
Sting.
was that?
Excellent, man. I got him on fucking camera, and I had never seen Sting perform. So that was like a cross out the bucket list. Seeing Sting and Tony Schiavone, 2 WCW mainstays on TNT. It was like, can't say enough.
Damn. Now I'm hoping they come west. Anywhere near west, they ain't coming this way though. I'm hoping they do.
We'll see.
So
we'll see. They're definitely going to come out to Texas before the year is over. Trust me.
All right. So before we move on, biggest pop of the night, biggest heel of the night.
So biggest pop of the night. damn, that's hard. Because everybody got a fucking pop. But if I have to say, okay, during Dynamite, the biggest pop was probably Hangman Page. I would say during Dark Evolution, it was going to be between Orange Cassidy and Jungle Boy.
So Orange is still over.
Orange is way over. Yes.
Wow.
Heel of the night, the state of California.
Why is that? Texas just don't
I mean,
like California.
Listen, Texas hates California. All right, they don't necessarily hate Californians, but it's not like when they were saying, "Oh, is anybody here from California?" I was about to say, "Yeah, motherfucker, West Coast." Like, nah, I'm gonna shut the fuck up because they booing the shit out of people in there. So I don't want to be the target. You know what I mean? So
get that motherfucker. He's from California.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So yeah.
Goddamn city slicker. Get out of here, boy.
Yeah. They always say right there, man, don't California my Texas, you feel me?
Yeah.
So don't what do they say, don't California my Texas, and don't bring your liberal ideas to Texas. Because they'll shoot that shit down.
Mm-hmm. Open carry. But next topic, let's move on. Slammiversary. They teased a lot of good shit for Slammiversary. Did they deliver?
I only saw one thing on that show because I didn't see the show. But I saw one thing on the show that was very interesting to me. And it's something I want to see for a long time. And it was during the finale of the show when Kenny Omega had, I guess he defeated Sami Callihan. And they're in the ring with the Good Brothers and Don Callis. And they do that too sweet. All of a sudden, over the PA, you hear the Bullet Club for life. Music starts, but then you hear the Switchblade. And then out comes fucking Switchblade Jay White, the leader of the Bullet Club, the leader of the real Bullet Club. So I saw the footage, and he gets in the ring, and Gallows is like, nah, man, he's cool. You know, he's cool. So they all put the too sweet up like they about to do the too sweet, and then fucking Finn Juice attacks.
Yep.
But I wonder what Jay White was about to do, because Jay White had that belt. So I don't know if he was about to take a swing at Kenny, but it was something about to happen. So and then I saw the spoiler alert, people, that Bullet Club actually has a new member in Chris Bay. Yeah. So Chris Bay is now officially a part of the real Bullet Club. This ain't the Elite. This is the Bullet Club. Bullet Club. This is the Bullet Club. The real deal is in Impact Wrestling, and this will definitely translate. Mark my words. This is going to definitely translate over to AEW.
Oh yeah. Now, what is the important question? Because we have All Out coming up.
Correct.
Right? We have All Out coming up. We have Fight for the Fallen coming up. There's another Impact pay-per-view coming up.
Bound for Glory.
So, yeah, Bound for Glory. So they're teasing. So they've already teased that New Japan, AEW, who else? Triple A. They're all going to be involved in Bound for Glory in some form or fashion. Now, is the shit going to come to a head there? Because
yes, yes, this is going to be, and this is going to be interesting because this is going to take the brain thrust of all the promotions coming together. We're going to see stories being built. So stories are going to start being built that everybody's going to get a payoff in this. So you're going to see the story. The story is starting on Impact. Eventually, it's going to make its way to Dynamite. Eventually, it's going to make its way over to AAA with Andrade. And we're all going to go full sail at Bound for Glory, which I predict we're going to see the rest of the Bullet Club show up. I'm talking about Bad Luck Fale. I'm talking about Tama Tonga. I'm talking about Tom and Lola. All of them are going to show up here, and we're going to finally have the Bullet Club versus the fucking Elite.
Shut the fuck up and take my money. This is what I'm saying.
Also, let's not forget the Bryan Danielson factor in this.
Oh my God.
So to me, honestly, dude, it is a great time to be a wrestling fan. If you're a wrestling fan of AEW, Impact Wrestling, AAA, and fucking New Japan.
Yeah.
Not so much on the WWE side. I don't see anything happening over there. I'm interested. I'm sorry, I don't. Listen, it's great to see John Cena, but the motherfucker's balding.
I mean, yeah, it was cool. But
tell Cena to get a tan.
Let's back up. So Daniel Bryan. So it was reported that there's no talks between him and WWE.
No, it seems like they have ceased the contract negotiations, and they've taken him off the roster. So they had merchandise for the 21-22 year. They've taken those off. He's been removed from the WWE 2K22 video game, so they have nothing for Bryan Danielson at all. Bryan Danielson could automatically, he could always come back to WWE. Don't know what he's doing. My opinion is, I think dude's going to show up at All Out.
Listen, there's three places. There's three places that he could pop up, and one of them ain't WWE. So
I don't think so.
Not if they reported that. If they reported that, he's done with WWE. And where he ends up is the great mystery. Where is he going to pop up? We know it's not WWE, but where is he going to go?
I think it's going to be All Out. And honestly, if it is All Out, you need to bring him in right away against whoever is the champion.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you need to make this
keep blowing. So that's one thing I will say about AEW that I don't like. AEW keeps doing these things where they'll hype somebody up and they'll bring them in, and they don't do shit with them. There should be no reason why, at this point, Christian is not challenging for the World Heavyweight Championship. He should already have that match with Omega a long time ago when he first came in there. And what you've done now is, but it doesn't matter because the perception is you're hiring all these WWE guys. That's the perception. You're hiring all these WWE guys, which to me is ridiculous. Why would you not want someone to be able to make a living? Because they're a WWE guy. Why the fuck does that matter? It's like if a dude works at McDonald's, what, he ain't supposed to go work at Burger King? You want to get paid. It's like if you worked for it's like it kills me because it's like Joey Styles back in the day. Joey Styles was so pissed off with Mike Awesome because Mike Awesome was the ECW champion and then Mike Awesome went over to WCW. Why the fuck are you mad when Paul Heyman's bouncing checks on somebody and he's a fucking world champion? But he's balancing checks, and Mike Awesome said, "Fucking, I'm gonna go to WCW where I can get paid and pay my bills and feed my family and take care of my business." So I don't believe in that bullshit. Why are you gonna haterize on somebody because they used to work over here for Vince and now they don't work for Vince anymore? They're gonna go work over here somewhere else where they get paid. What's the problem here?
Right. And
if you're a true wrestling fan, you would want a person to do good. You would want to see the person succeed. Doesn't matter where the fuck they are. Yeah. So that really bothers me with wrestling fans. They're so damn critical about the wrong shit.
Yeah, true. But even Malachi Black came out with a statement, was like, I love it here because creatively I'm free. I'm not held down. My ideas are heard and I'm able to execute it. Right. And that speaks volumes for any company. Like I can be myself. And it translates over, obviously, at the show you were at, it translated because everybody's having fun. And as long as everybody's having fun, it's good product. You go to the show, you have fun, because on television, the shit looked fun. It looked like everyone was having fun, which you confirmed. So the fact that all these ex-WWE guys are going there, it speaks volumes about both of their companies.
What did the WWE WWF build themselves on? It built itself on it. No. They built themselves on taking all the hot talent from the different territories. And building the company. Okay, where the fuck did Hogan come from? Hogan came from the AWA. That's where Hulk Hogan came from. Where did Jesse Ventura come from? AWA. Where did Mean Gene Okerlund come from? AWA. Where did Bobby the Brain Heenan come from? The WA. Where did Andre come from? Andre came from AWA, but he had worked WWF before.
Multiple times.
My point is, Junkyard Dog came from Mid-South. So, you know what I mean? That's where the business goes. How did Hogan end up in WCW? How did Hall and Nash end up in WCW? How did Bret Hart end up in the WCW? How did Bret Hart end up in the WWF? They ended up in the WWF because Vince bought Stampede Wrestling, and guess what? Never paid Stu Hart for it. Never paid the Hart family for it. Nobody ever talks about that story, though.
No, they don't. They don't. And that's some real shit. That's some real shit.
And you know, people out there listening, you know, right now watching this live, you gotta realize I'm a wrestling encyclopedia, so I go on these tangents sometimes because, you know, I know a lot of shit. So
he's a mark, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm not a mark. I'm not a mark, and I'm drinking my Steve Austin IPA. So.
Oh shit! But enough about Slammiversary. Let's go to the second pay-per-view of the weekend, Money in the Bank, which you were very vocal in conversation off air that you were displeased with Money in the Bank.
Hey, can we just say this? Can we just be real about it, dude? It's the same shit show with fans.
You are right. You are correct. The fact that here's my take on Money in the Bank, right? I was more happy that the fans were on fire for this show. Regardless of the level of production and execution in the show, the fans were actually on fucking fire for the majority of the pay-per-view. There were very few cool spots, in which I can't even believe I'm saying this. There were very few cool spots with the crowd throughout that show. That shit was pleasing as fuck to me. I loved that the fans loved it. Regardless of what they were doing with storylines, because they had none virtually, other than Roman and Edge, which those two together is just a fucking masterclass anyway. But
best match of the night.
Right, it was. Because they told a story in the match itself. And it really went over well. But the rest of the shows, it was just like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Nikki Cross wins the fucking women's Money in the Bank. I'm like, who okayed this shit? But the crowd is okay with it. So I'm like,
it's okay. You know what's funny? I mean, let me tell you something about that right quick. So, you know, when I'm watching this shit, I started watching like in the middle of the Usos versus Mysterios on the Money in the Bank, you know, the kickoff show.
That was actually a decent match.
No, it was. I just don't like the fact that the message sends that, oh, get a DUI, you get a tag team belts.
I didn't like that either. I told you
that
I don't
right
like
off
that. The bat.
Yeah, I
was like, I hate this. I hate this.
But they're gonna do what the fuck they want to do, so whatever. But so you know, we move on to the actual pay-per-view, and then you go to that Money in the Bank match with the women, and Nikki didn't get really any reaction when she came out from the fans.
No, she didn't
at all, and she ended up winning it, and it popped because it was a surprise. It was something that they weren't expecting to happen.
Right.
Let me ask you a question. This is one thing that we haven't touched upon yet since we've been doing the podcast. What is your opinion on the return of Zelina Vega?
You know what? If you would have asked me a month ago what I thought of it, Zelina is destined to fail in this company, and they're going to find a way to bury her because her husband is in AEW now. That was my honest opinion. Coming out of Money in the Bank, my feelings ain't really changed that much. They're still going to find a way to bury her. It's just going to be It's going to be way more subtle. It's going to be a subtle burial because look at her role in the Money in the Bank match. You know what I mean? Like by the end of that match, she ended up as a meme, and for all the wrong reasons. It's because Natalia's face looked like it was twisted around on her body. You know what I mean? Like that's how far we go with Zelina Vega. I don't think they're going to push her. They put her in a little tit for tat talking feud with Liv Morgan, and I think that's just to get Liv Morgan over. I don't think it's gonna do anything to help her. If we're being 100% honest with it, it's not gonna help her in the slightest. It's just she's probably gonna be a stepping stone to get other women over.
Do you think that it's a situation where after all the shit that she was talking about WWE and unionization and all this bullshit that she was spouting out there, and you think it's kind of hypocritical for her to go back?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it. Yeah. And she doesn't like that shit. She goes on her social media and she's out there because people are calling her out about that because you was out here talking all your bullshit because they wouldn't let you have an OnlyFans, they wouldn't let you have a Cameo or whatever the fuck it was you were doing at your Twitch or whatever. And all of a sudden, everything's all gravy. You come back, y'all are cool. They wanted to talk to you. They want to apologize to you. Let me explain something to you about Vince McMahon that I know for a fact. Vince McMahon never fucking forgets. Okay? One thing that a good friend of mine who's a WWE Hall of Famer, Teddy Long, tells me all the time. Vince can't get you if you ain't there.
Exactly.
So remember that. He can't get you if your ass ain't there. So she might have been brought back, and guess what? You come back, and they immediately job you out in the fucking Battle Royal, or not a Battle Royal, in the Money in the Bank match. They job your ass out. They're going to continue to job you out. That's it. They have other plans.
I would not be surprised if Zelina in about a month's time is on main event because she won't be on the scene. She won't be on the big shows no more.
I wouldn't have a problem so much if she wouldn't have run out there making a big deal about that Twitch bullshit. That's my only issue with it. Is like, I ain't no hypocrite. I'm not, hating and rising against somebody for making their money and getting their money. But at the same time, you up here running your fucking mouth. You getting all these politicians in here who gave a shit for like 5 minutes. You getting SAG involved, and SAG was like giving you attention for 5 minutes and don't give a fuck anymore. Same thing here with WWE. They only brought you back to shut you the fuck up.
Yeah.
That's it.
Very much
what is so special about Zelina Vega other than when she was Andrade's manager? What's so special about her? I didn't see nothing really about her when she was in TNA. No. So what's so special about her right now that's like, oh, I got to watch her matches? No, I'll be honest with you. When the women's Money in the Bank match started, I was like, oh, shit, bathroom break.
You know what? That match had so much potential in it, and it was going fine for about 5 minutes. And then it went to shit. Because like they started botching shit. Nikki Cross botched that she botched the dive in from the ladder, and I'm like, oh man, this is going to shit fast. You know what I mean? But like I said, the crowd was in it. So I wasn't really complaining. I'm like, the crowd loves this shit.
What's funny? What's funny is I looked at the reaction that Natalya got in Tamina. And I'm like, the people just aren't digging them. And I think what it is when it comes down to why they're not digging them is they represent kind of the old guard in the women's division. Mm-hmm. They were kind of like what you remember a few years ago when Big Show and Kane were eliminating everybody out the Royal Rumble. Yeah, that's kind of where Tamina is with Natalya. But see, Tamina's never really been over. And now it's like you pushing her down our throats, whatever. And Natalya is just always fucking been here, and there's nothing. Natalya is just stale, and there's nothing about her. She can't cut a promo. She's the last lineage outside of Davey Boy Smith Junior coming in.
Mhm.
She's the last lineage of the Hearts in WWE.
Right.
And I'm like, fuck. But
They don't
hey,
want it.
whatever.
They don't want
NWO for life.
They don't want that shit. We don't want that shit, Sharif. Go somewhere over there with that shit. That's what they pretty much saying. We don't want this shit anymore. Give us something refreshing. We don't want it. We don't want what y'all trying to give us.
We're tired of it.
Yeah, we don't want this shit.
We're fucking tired of we're sick and tired of these females. They're so tired of them. If they was in WCW, they would have been lost in the shuffle because the American Dream would have made a show of it, baby.
Oh my God. So before we move on to the butchering hour, what I like to call it. So before Raw last night, or was it after Raw? It was announced that God damn it, I keep wanting to say Trinity Fatu, but Naomi she's now been drafted to SmackDown.
Right.
So, what's the predictions here? Is she going to turn heel, go to the Bloodline with her husband because they're the tag champs? And to me, it makes all the sense that she would turn heel, go after Bianca, probably win, join the Bloodline. Bloodline holds all the belts. They hold the WWE Universal, SmackDown Tag, Women's Championship. They hold the gambit, right? They run the gambit. Is that something that could happen and make sense?
Well, the first thing that we gotta do, baby, is to get that Naomi out that glow shit.
Take off the glow in the dark paint.
We gotta take off that glow, baby. It's like soul glow. You dig? We gotta take off that shit. You know what I mean? We gotta get her off that. We gotta get her down to them Polynesian roots. You know what I mean? We gotta get her Samoan roots, baby. We gotta get to the pay window. We get to the pay window. No, but real talk. No, real talk. They need to turn her heel.
Oh yeah.
This glow shit, I'm just sick and tired. And it's not a racial thing, but I'm just real sick and tired of every black person has got to be shucking and jiving and tap dancing and shit. I'm sick and tired of seeing it. The nation of domination didn't have to shuck and jive and tap dance. You never saw Ron Simmons on that shit.
Hell no, we just gonna come out. We dressed in our shit, and we're gonna whoop your motherfucking ass. That's what I want to see. I want to see.
But she got to go overboard. She got to go overboard, and got to go out here and fucking dance. Tap dancing and shit, and all this other bullshit that you ain't got to do. Naomi has the merits where Naomi can go out there and fucking kick ass. And it's time that she's done. It's time to drop the fucking glow. Fuck your glow. I'm tired of the glow. So I'm coming out there like this fucking Soul Train or some shit, and just go out there and whoop ass. And I think it'll change the attitude for her with the Bloodline. I like that idea. Put her with her fucking husband.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because all Naomi got right now going for her is that gigantic ass. But at the same time, put that ass in play.
They ain't gonna do that.
If you will.
They ain't gonna do that. I mean, she be hitting people with it. You know what I mean? But that's as far as it's gonna go. Although I will say this, I think the WWE is starting to transition out of the PG era subtly.
Oh, you mean because of Charlotte with a middle finger and Bobby Lashley saying bullshit?
Well, last night John Cena said asshole.
John Cena said asshole on a 5-second delay.
Yeah, they did.
So did he really say it?
He said it. Same thing with Charlotte.
They can't be like AEW and say the shit, because AEW would have just said asshole. The only one they won't say is they won't say the F word. Okay, which we all know the F word is fudge. They won't say it. All right. So they won't let them say fudge, but you can say fuck, but you can't say fudge.
Mm-hmm. But
if you will.
But I think they're starting to test the waters a little bit, try to get themselves out of the PG era. But yeah, it's no AEW. It's no AEW.
No.
Like AEW be like shit, goddamn asshole, middle finger. You know what I mean?
No.
Like they go all the way.
No, baby, we can't go that way. No, we can't go that way, baby. We're publicly traded. No.
Who gives a shit? You know how you publicly trade better? Do that shit. You want me to buy more of your stock? Do that shit.
No, but then this is what happened. So if they wouldn't did that shit, then we'll have Mattel coming in. This is Dan over here at Mattel. Yeah, so we were watching your Monday Night Raw branded show last night, and did Mr. Cena say asshole? We can't have that.
Yes, sir.
So we're gonna pull our sponsorship for next year's WrestleMania because this is ridiculous. We got millions of kids watching. Kids that like our dolls.
You know what? You know what my conversation would be? Look, bitch, we got an 18 to 45 demographic that we fucking losing right now. We getting killed in this demographic.
You know what?
Fuck your toys. Fuck your toys. I know plenty of toy collectors that's in their 40s, motherfucker. This is my responsibility to my shareholders. Click. Somebody gotta have some balls over there, bro. Like somebody gotta have the balls enough to be like, this shit ain't fucking working. Fuck this IPO bullshit. Put the shit out. Let's be ourselves. Cause we're catering. We got a whole female fucking Goldar winning the fucking Money in the Bank match, bro. Like, what the fuck are we doing? What are we doing?
Did you just seriously call Nikki Ash Goldar?
Yeah, she's a female Goldar.
From the Power Rangers?
Yes.
Motherfucker, what you drinking over there? What you smoking on?
That's what she looks like.
Shit.
She looks like that crayon in the box.
Why is people?
You think
why
is gold and shit,
bro? Why is people getting so? Right? Why are people so mad about that though? She went out there. She went home and thought of a way. You know, I'm not gonna get fired. I'm gonna come up with something. You feel me? So I'm gonna go back and do what the Hurricane and Molly Holly did. I'm gonna go out here and do what Rosie did. I'm gonna do this fucking superhero shit. And you know what? Vince is gonna love it because you know what Vince sees in it? Money. He sees merch. That's what it is. She took the initiative. She ain't like the rest of them. She took the initiative, came up with a character, and she gonna steadily get that character over. Watch me.
She probably will. And
Nikki Cross deserves it, bro. She fucking deserves it.
But she deserved that shit as Nikki Cross. She didn't have to come out
man, look, listen, I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. That purge shit they was doing, you know, Eric Young and all them, that group they had, I enjoyed the fuck out of it. It was cool. You know, I like Nikki Cross in that version when she's come out there in the ring or whatever and whoop-de-whoop and all that. But what they're gonna go for with this situation is you're gonna have her probably facing Alexa at SummerSlam, and it's gonna be the classic good versus evil storyline. Imagine where they're gonna go with this shit. And speaking of some bullshit, did you see that bullshit? Did you see that bullshit with Alexa and Zelina up there on that ladder when they were doing that bullshit, that Doink the Clown bullshit for WrestleMania 9? What kind of suck ass shit is that?
Like where are we? Where are we in sports entertainment?
Well, I'm in San Antonio, Texas. Where are you at?
This is not a diss to Nikki Cross. All right, it's not, because as all the points you alluded to, valid. She came up with the character. She's getting the character over. She's putting in work. She's probably working with Shane Helms, who's back with the company, to work on that shit, because that's who it reminds me of, like the beginning of it.
Yes.
I do get those vibes.
Correct.
Vibes. I get her
correct
vibes. But dog, you have a Liv Morgan who's over, right? Probably deserved to win that match. Didn't win that match. Like, all right, what are we're really pushing this as a merchandise move, right?
Yes.
because it's going to sell.
How
Fuck
much
that
money? But hold on a second. How much money can you make on Liv Morgan? What does she bring to the fucking table? What does she bring to the table? What does she bring to the table? Just like that goddamn parrot looking Sonya Deville. What does Sonya Deville bring to the table other than the fucking fact that she came out and said she was gay? What does she bring to the table? Nothing.
A new market. She brought a new market.
Shit. A new market of
she
what?
She brought the LGBTQ community in, bro. That's
gonna be complaining like a motherfucker when she gets beat.
Oh well, fucking hearts get broke, motherfucker. Don't nobody have a right to tell me shit.
Hey,
come out there and turn.
Hey, I ain't gonna be too many. I ain't gonna be too many. Hey, I ain't gonna be too many more of you motherfuckers.
God damn it.
God damn it, Sean. Damn it.
But no, I'm saying like there's so many more. Like to me, I want to reward the person that put in the work, right? Liv Morgan put in a shit ton of work.
Nikki Cross been putting in the work, bruh. She been putting the work in since fucking NXT.
Yes.
Let the girl get her time to shine. If it's meant to be, look. Then they wasn't Liv Morgan in that angle a while back when they were trying to do that whole thing with her and what's his face, fucking Alana with Lashley.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They tried that shit, right? It didn't go anywhere, and they dropped her.
That's not her fault, bro. That's not her fault. But if you look at the two of them, you got to go with the crowd favorite, bro. I'm
gonna go with the crowd favorite. Okay, and you know what the crowd favorite is? The crowd favorite is gonna be the motherfucker that wants to run into the elbow.
It ain't. You think it ain't gonna be Liv Morgan? Liv Morgan will run into that elbow. She'll go with you to the pay window.
Hey, anybody, and listen, anybody that had out there, all right. Anybody they fucking had out there, it doesn't fucking matter. Okay? The right person went over in the match. Now, I don't know if it's the IPA talking or if I'm getting a little buzz, but the bottom fucking line of it is that the right person won. It was for money.
Whatever. Meanwhile, the men's Money in the Bank put over a great fucking match, spot fest all fucking match, and the right person won. How the fuck you can't do that in the women's match?
Because the women, as Sasha used to go out there and say, the women, they're not as over as the men. They can't go out there and do what the men do. You can put the women in a Hell in a Cell match. You can put them in a Money in the Bank match. You can put them in a ladder match all fucking day long. They're not going to be able to do what the men do. And that ain't no sexist comment. That's just being real. That's 1,000 right there. Bullshit my ass.
Charlotte and Rhea was a great fucking match. Great fucking match. They can.
Hey, you know what? You got your opinion, and I got mine.
All right, we'll leave it there.
We can debate. It's just like, hey, you know something? I'm another thing real quick. And the guy and one of the homies in the group, Michael Blake, knows exactly what the fuck I'm talking about right now. Your little bullshit that you do. You remember a couple weeks ago when I brought up the fucking tag teams and I was talking about how Demolition was better than the Road Warriors? Yeah. We're gonna have that fucking debate one of these days. Because I'm fucking sick and tired of people coming up to me all the time talking about how damn good the Road Warriors were. Fuck that. Demolition all the way.
That's a whole nother podcast.
Demolition all the fucking way.
Destroy you on it.
You ain't gonna fucking do nothing. You ain't gonna wreck me. You ain't gonna wreck nothing. You ain't gonna wreck nothing with that fucking little paper champion belt you got over
there. Moving on. Last segment. The fragility. We need to create a phrase. This was a
well, first of all, little jabroni. You want to go on to another segment? Well, we haven't even talked about the main event between Roman Reigns and Edge.
Okay, let's talk about it.
We haven't talked about the fact that these two put on a hell of a fucking match.
They did.
That Roman went out there and dominated the motherfucker. We ain't talked about how Lashley dominated and squashed Kofi Kingston. We ain't talked about how
I was trying to avoid that one. That hurt
John Cena came. John Cena came out there, fucking took his hat off, and you can see the bald in him, but he took his hat off anyway. And ran across the ring with no fucking tan, and says, "You can't see me." Now we can go to Monday Night Raw. You know why? Yeah. You know why? Because I'm draped up and dripped out. Know what I'm talking about? Go ahead.
Lord Jesus. We got to find you help. The man needs help. He's gone Scott Hall on us tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, that's fucking bullshit, man. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. To Scott Hall is bullshit. Oh, and by the way, you know what? Sobriety gets rewarded. I'm gonna say this real quick. Sobriety gets rewarded, and congratulations to Jake the Snake Roberts on his continued success with his sobriety. The man just signed on for another 2 years with AEW today, and congratulations to Jake the Snake Roberts. And that's a hell of an accomplishment.
Congratulations! Hell yeah! Congratulations, man. Because I remember seeing him in the spot he was in. So to see him where he is now, man, is fucking amazing.
Hell yeah! Congrats
to Jake the Snake. But moving on to WWE Monday Night Raw.
Right.
Let's just get the big shit out the way. Keith Lee.
The big shit. No more words. Jeff Hardy. Great fucking song. Glad to hear it again.
Yes. That's big shit.
Where's my belt?
Don't do this. Don't do this shit. Why are you doing this shit? Why? What the fuck, man? Why?
Now you can go ahead and talk.
Anyway, Jeff Hardy debuts with a brand new song, brand new attitude. Well, he goes back to his old roots.
Exactly. So it's a throwback song, you jag off. It's a throwback.
So he goes back to his roots. He comes back as the enigmatic Jeff Hardy.
The charismatic enigma.
Yeah.
Versus the NXT champion. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I was happy, so happy and satisfied with him beating this fucking overhyped Karrion Kross. I was happy as hell to see it. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
This is a horrible look. It's a horrible look.
You know what it showed to me right there? Well, I said a long time ago. Vince don't give a fuck about NXT.
He don't.
You give a shit. People up there talking this bullshit all the time, talking about, well, it's NXT and yeah, Vince pays for it, you jackasses. What part of understand? Vince pays for it. Vince says, I need new bodies up here. But I'm not gonna Jeff Hardy is a multiple-time world champion. Oh, hey, let's bring that Kross guy up here. He didn't give a fuck about him. Don't care who the fuck Karrion Kross is. He's just another body. You give a fuck about that championship, buddy. My championship that I have in my right here means more than that shit that Karrion Kross has around his fucking waist.
And there it is. That's the truth.
There it is. Don't give a fuck. You don't care.
That is the fucking truth. That is the truth.
Yeah, that's the truth. As in Frank D telling the truth.
He didn't even give him the dignity of being pinned.
Bruh, that ain't even a part about it. Let me tell you something. Dude came out, hardly got a reaction from the fans. So that shows you that, like we've always said, that the majority don't watch NXT. He didn't even get a reaction from the fans. And on number two, the best part of his entrance, which is his girl, ain't fucking there.
Nope.
He's a jabron. Over fucking hyped jabron. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Killer Kross. Get the fuck out of here. You know, you're supposed to have guys. You're supposed to have guys up there. You're supposed to have guys up there that I know for a fact that they're supposed to be intimidating or whatever, and supposed to be monsters. I can kick his ass. I can kick anybody's ass in that whole fucking roster, and it's not supposed to be that way. You're not supposed to be able to go whoop somebody's ass. It's like AEW. AEW has the most petite roster around there. I can whoop all their asses.
But they go. That's the difference.
But they go. They go.
And
I'm not saying like, oh, I'm gonna go, do some of these motherfuckers. That's not the point. What I'm saying is that when you're watching the show, you're supposed to go into another whole different fucking mind frame of a professional wrestler. And back in the day, there was some heels you wouldn't fuck with. You ain't gonna fuck with Kane. You ain't gonna fuck with Taker. You ain't gonna fuck with Big Show. You ain't gonna fuck with Nash, Hall. You ain't gonna fuck with any of these motherfuckers.
Yeah, you're right.
Exactly. So it's like when you see a Karrion Kross, hey, all that storytelling, and this is the fucked up part about it. All that storytelling that they've been doing on NXT, all the wrestlers that they've used to get him over, it was nothing. It was all for naught. Done. There is nothing you can do. No fucking thing you can do to salvage any of this shit. You squash him on Raw to Jeff Hardy. And Jeff Hardy should be further up on the fucking ladder than where the fuck he's at. This guy's a multiple-time World Heavyweight Champion. Why the fuck is he being treated like a jabron? Oh, he finally got a win. The fuck? Jeff Hardy. Who's booking this shit?
I said this earlier. This is what I said earlier. It's a tragedy, man. Keith Lee comes back, loses.
Keith Lee looked a lot. He looked real. Brother looked real big.
Yeah.
He looked bigger than what he did before he left.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. So I don't know what the fuck happened with him. He ain't been doing nothing but eating. So.
But
not that there's anything wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Frank, he's a bigger guy. But hey, listen, you got to do it in style. I ain't the one got to go on Monday Night Raw. You know what I'm saying? I ain't the one got to go out there and perform against Lashley. And on top of that, you bring Keith Lee back, who's been gone for months. Why the fuck are you putting him again against fucking Lashley to get squashed? What sense does that make?
None. You just killed the man's. You just killed it.
You got that Jackson Riker out there. Okay. Why not job him out?
Yeah,
job him out. Yeah,
put
job his
there,
ass out.
Let him get destroyed.
Yeah, job him out. Old fucking Gunner from TNA. Job his ass out.
Yep.
I don't understand it. And then Goldberg comes out there and gets one of the biggest reactions of the fucking night. That shows you right there where we're at. You talked earlier about where we are in entertainment, sports entertainment. I'll tell you where the fuck we are in the WWE's world. Where we're at in WWE's world is that we haven't done shit. We haven't made no stars. So we got to keep going back to the past. So that's the reason why I can get away with wearing the WWF Championship. I can wear NWO merchandise because that's what's popping today, baby. It ain't never left. It's still here. You don't see people popping Roman Reigns merchandise like that. He's your fucking Universal Champion. You don't see it.
Really?
Let me tell you. Let me tell you. When I was at that AEW show the other night, you know how many T-shirts I seen the other night of that were non-AEW. They were all NWO.
Oh yeah.
NWO and Bullet Club.
Yeah,
not DX. Not Roman.
Yes, that's gotta win the day.
Okay. Not, and I'm a fan of Roman Reigns acknowledge me. I got the head of the fucking table shirt. I'm a fan of that shit. But I'm just pointing out, it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yep.
And it ain't gonna change no time soon. That's the shitty part of it. It's not gonna fucking change. It's not.
I said it already. It's you have fans back. Great. It's the same shit. They were talking about this. Oh, there's a great set that they were gonna have. Oh fuck it. It's the same. They might as well. They should have just said. They could have just kept the same sets they had before. The pandemic.
Yeah. No one
Because
cares.
you got this big ass screen from WrestleMania. That's all it is. It's a big ass screen.
No one cares. That's the thing. My whole point of pointing out how good the crowd was is because it's only a matter of fucking time. It's only a matter of time before that crowd turns. It's only a matter of time.
Yes, you're getting back into it now. WWE is late with the fans.
Yep.
AEW has been doing it already. They're late. Everybody else has been doing fans. WWE is the last ones to get there. And they're still the same shitty product. Okay, you infuse, you bring John Cena back for this show, a couple more shows, whatever. You got John Cena probably until SummerSlam.
Probably, yeah.
That's it. Goldberg, same thing. They'll boost the rating, but that's it. What do you got after they leave? What do you have after that?
Nothing.
Yeah, I mean, you got Karrion Kross.
Yeah. Who you're gonna bury some more. But that's the thing. That's the thing, though. And the crowd is gonna sense this shit, and the crowd is not gonna be happy about this shit, and it's gonna be bad. It's not like AEW, right? Where you go to an AEW show, you're gonna be engaged at some point in the day, and it even happened in Money in the Bank. At some point during that show, the fans got disengaged, and they weren't interested in the shit that they were putting out. And it took them all the way up until the last match of the night. So somewhere in between, they lost it after the females match, kind of got it back with Charlotte and Rhea, lost it until the main event. They lost it, and they had to keep trying to build it back up. That shit don't happen at an AEW show.
No, it was nonstop going at AEW, right. And I don't know. It's just, WWE show is just they're so sterile to me. There's like, I don't know. I don't honestly not. I don't know why you would want to go see WWE show. Like, I used to be one of those guys who would want to go to the events, but I have not been to a WWE show in years. Probably since the SmackDown that we went to in Ontario. That's the last time I went to a WWE show. I'm just like, AEW comes back, fuck, I'm front row. I'm gonna be there.
Yeah, that's how I am.
Can't say the same thing for Vince and his crew because I just don't. It's fucking whack, bro.
Yeah, true. Yep. So, any parting shots? Last thoughts.
Parting shots, last thoughts. Yeah, so if there's anybody out there listening to the podcast right now, if you want to go listen to some previous interviews that your boy has done with the likes of Teddy Long, Vince Russo, Eric Bischoff, list goes on and on, go right now, check out youtube.com/Gurrick. That's youtube.com/GERWECK. Check that YouTube channel out, subscribe, check out the interviews I've done on there. Teddy Long gets on there. Teddy Long goes in on Ric Flair. You ain't gonna believe what you're gonna hear on that one. Check it out. Gurrick.net.
We gotta get Teddy on here. Teddy be talking some real shit.
Yeah, Teddy will let it now. Teddy will tell you what time it is. So check it out. YouTube.com/Gurrick. How about your boy Frank D?
Yes, sir. For us, like I mentioned in the beginning of the show, the No Gimmicks podcast merch is now available on the Teespring. Go check it out. Copy your shirt. There's two versions of it, so go check it out. Get us some merch. And if you want something custom, I'm now in the t-shirt making business. So I'm gonna make me a No Gimmick shirt. I'm gonna make you a No Gimmick shirt, and I'll send it to you because I do owe you a shirt still. So I will be getting you one.
Why don't you make me a D's Nuts shirt, motherfucker?
Oh, I will. With a pair of nuts on it. I'll do it. I'll do it. Make sure there's some Texas size nuts. Yeah, it'll be anatomically correct too. So we got you. Don't worry about it.
Right.
We got you. Don't worry about it. Pause. But yeah, that's it for me. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the show. If you missed the show, don't forget you can catch us on the podcast, anywhere podcast stream. So go to any podcast streaming platform, type in the DFPN. It probably will be the first show up because I plan on uploading this soon. But check out all the shows. We got a whole bunch of good ones on there. So yeah, man. If you got nothing else, I got nothing else.
The only title that matters.
Why you do this shit, bro? Why?
It's the only title that matters.
Why do you do this to yourself?
Yeah, it's the only title that matters, man. All right.
It don't. You know why? You know what that means? It is the World Wildlife Federation title. That's what your title means. World Wildlife Federation. That is what you're holding right there.
Oh, is that right?
Congratulations. Yeah, congratulations, you fucking tree hugger.
Oh, wow. And on that note, all right. On that note, for the black Mac over here, that's yeah. I got nothing for that. I'll have to I'll have to get you on the next one. Because I got nothing. I got nothing for that, but I'm gonna get you for you fucker you.
All right, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to No Gimmicks. See y'all next time. Peace.